first, Karen, where are you from? Which city do you live in?
I live in California. I live in Kerman. It's a very small town just west of Fresno, which
Okay,
is
I've heard.
center.
Okay, I've heard of Fresno. I have
Okay.
not heard of Kerman.
I don't doubt it that you haven't heard of Kerman.
Okay, so before we work together, like on a more individualized basis, what
hmm
was your health like, or what were your main issues?
Weight, I could not seem to control. Bloating, um, just tired all the time. And that's one of the main issues that I would go back to the doctor for. And I was like, I'm tired all the time. I have no energy. And before I had my thyroid issues, I was active. I was working. I was 10,000 plus steps a day. And then all of a sudden I'm down to 2,000 steps a day, and that's tiring me out. And it's like, this is wrong. I'm still young enough to where I want to be able to enjoy life, and I wasn't. So working with you has really helped me get that back up. Now I am up to about 6,500 to almost 10,000 steps a day.
Mm.
I do more. I enjoy being outside, gardening, and so the energy level has just skyrocketed for me, and it has been very good for me. Um, One of the things that I've noticed is, for me, working with you, especially with the Q&A questions, it's just so helpful, because if I do have a question, I have my little journal book, I jot it down, and then I can ask you each week, or if I feel like it's something really, really important, I can give you a video chat or call chat
Mm.
personally and ask you those questions also. So that's really helpful for me.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad to hear about your energy levels, because that kind of makes everything much less of a chore. And so, because of your renewed energy, you've been able to lose some weight, right?
Right. Yes, I'm at 12 pounds down.
Yeah.
I did have a wild weekend. It was crazy. My son is remodeling his house, so we helped him. Um, I did eat pizza on Saturday, and I ate Taco Bell on Sunday, which are two no-nos for me. But I got on the scale just enough this morning to see what had happened, and I had stayed the same. So that to me was telling me that this program is working. And it's like, you know what? That's awesome to know that I can control it now, where before, if I ate anything bad, forget it. It
Hmm.
was gone, and that's a hard thing to know, that you can't go out with friends, you can't go to somebody's house and do anything, because you're just going to put back on weight. And so it was nice to know that I can do extra exercise and enjoy that little piece of pizza, and it was okay.
Yeah.
So I was really pleased with it. It has really taught me a lot.
Like you're in control now. There's no more.
Yes.
It's not guessing as much. I think that a lot of
Yes.
people, they don't really know what they're doing, so there's a lot of guesswork. And when there's a lot of guesswork, there's a lot of mistakes and
Yeah.
misunderstandings, and that can leave you spinning your tires a little bit.
Right.
So now that you can make informed decisions, you realize you can enjoy that pizza sometimes and have
hmm
those fun weekends, and it's still in line with your goals. You didn't need
Yes.
to restrict them. It also means you don't have to feel guilty about those things, because that's also one of the
Absolutely.
big problems.
Yes. The guilt level is gone. I do not feel guilty.
I guess the last thing I'm going to touch on is like, yeah, like people might hear like, oh, okay, yeah, she lost 10 pounds, she lost 12 pounds, like, oh, it's not that much. But you were doing it while still eating pizza sometimes and Taco Bell, and you didn't
hmm
have to restrict yourself or starve yourself.
Right.
And so there's no bouncing back to the weight you were, because people can lose, yeah, you're right, people can lose the weight really fast. But as soon as they stop doing that restrictive diet or whatever, they're going to go back to what they were doing before, because they didn't learn anything else. And then the weight
Right.
comes back. The difference is
Yeah.
you're doing it in a sustainable way. It's a lifestyle change, I guess we could call it.
Mhm.
You're still
Yeah.
enjoying yourself, and you're going to stay at the weight you are now and continue to lose more weight if that's your goal, easily and sustainably.
Yes. Yes. And that's what's nice. Yes, I've only lost 12 pounds, but one of the things that I've had to come to the realization, and I think it's really hard for people when they first start losing weight, is I didn't put it on overnight. It took me almost 2 years to put back on my weight with all the medication and health problems, but I did put it all back on. So if I take it off fast, it's just going to go back on because I didn't learn anything. Where if I'm taking it off slowly, like I put it on, then I'm changing my life a little at a time and not, starving, not, eating, I always say broccoli and water, that's not a life. Yeah, you can lose a lot of weight eating broccoli and water, but once you go back to eating something besides broccoli and water, you're not going to. You're going to put it all back on. And I think that's a big thing to remember is you want to take it off slowly. You don't want to take it all off overnight. Sure, we all want to wake up the next morning and, be in our tiny pants and look great, but it's not reality.
No, it's
Only
not.
on TV does that happen.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think you've learned that's like the main difference to other approaches that you would have tried previously to lose weight?
I think for me, it's been a big learning process. Just all the hold on, my brain died. All the people and their questions on Facebook and the questions in the Q&A calls. It's like I'm not alone. It's not just me feeling that way. And I feel like we're able to listen to each other and have support and know that we're not alone, and it's all over the world. It's not just in my little town. Everybody has issues. Everybody has crazy lives at moments, and it's okay to have a crazy life for a moment.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
And everyone's running their own race a little bit. Different, progress at different times, struggles at different times.
Yes.
But collectively, yeah, we're all facing the same challenges and we're getting the same wins as well. And I think the group aspect is important. You're not alone and you don't have to do it alone. If you try to do it alone, it's much harder.
Oh, yes, it is much harder. It is much harder. And when you have people in the same category, I've gone to other weight programs and they didn't have the thyroid problems. They didn't have the heart problems. So they didn't understand when I said, I can't even look at that item and eat it because it's making me gain weight. And I would be good all week and I would eat one bad thing and I'd put on weight. And it's like, it got very upsetting and very frustrating. And with this, you've taught me to look at the calories, pay attention to things, but it's not a life or death thing. So, it's like if I had gained over the weekend, it's like, okay, I gained a little bit. Now this week I have to really pay attention to the calorie intake and go from there. And it has really helped me.
Cool. Okay. Last thing.
Okay.
Karen, what would you say to someone who's on the fence about working with me, is not sure if they should do it?
I think they should go for it. If they haven't had success prior, then this is a good thing to do. I had lost weight prior, but they never taught me how to keep it off, how to work with it for the rest of my life. It's easy to lose weight. You can go on a fad diet and you can lose 10 pounds, but if you haven't been taught how to change your lifestyle, the way you're living, then you're just going to put it back on plus some. So I say, go for it. What have you got to lose? I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it and I'm going to find out, maybe I do need something different. And, working with you and working with all the other people has been a great, great experience. So I tell them to go for it.
Love it. Thank you for that answer.
No problem.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing though. People, you either pay with money or time. And so a lot of people will put this kind of thing off. And then once they do it, after they're getting the result, they're like, huh, I wish I did that earlier. I wish I did
Yeah.
that for myself earlier. Why didn't I do that all those years ago or something?
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, we
oh,
all do it. We either have our Fitbit watch or we have our Apple watch,
mm,
watching how many steps we get. But, and they're not cheap,
mm,
there's some money involved there. And yet it's like, oh, it's just a watch. We're not really using it for what it's meant to be for.
mm,
And it's like the program, yeah, okay, it's some money, but it's money that I'm going to be putting to good use.
mm.
And for me, it's like if you're out a little bit of money, it helps you stay more focused because then you're, I can't think of the
You
word.
got skin in the game.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, okay, I want to pay attention. And for me, your weekly lessons have just been awesome. Because, I mean, some of it is like, oh, I knew that. Well, I knew that.
Mm,
Oh, I didn't know that.
mm,
And week 5 was very emotional for me
mm-hmm,
in a positive way because it reminded me that, again, I'm not the only person out there struggling with issues that, everybody has problems and craziness in their lives,
mm.
and it's okay because we can get through this.